Hi everybody, it's yours truly here. It's a warm hot day here and I'm in a coffee shop. It's my local office here and we're just chilling out here. It's tomorrow's Eid and today I want to talk about being a rainbow warrior, and this is my masterclass, and I want to teach you how to overcome your fear, because a rainbow warrior is all about overcoming fear and breaking through the mental mind constructs which are created by the media and enforced through schooling and education and bad reasoning, basically for manipulation politics and sort of psychological games to keep people under control. So and this carries on for centuries and centuries. And being a rainbow warrior is about breaking through that great illusion. So yeah, I'm just chilling out here and doing this spontaneous video. How did I become a rainbow warrior? Well, first of all, being a rainbow warrior is not about being a rainbow. Is not about being a hippie. You don't have to be a vegetarian. You don't have to sort of not eat meat. I eat meat. I drink alcohol. I use psychotropic drugs sometimes when I want to. I won't say no to a line of Coke if it's there on the table. Generally, I'd say I'm a traveler, and that I have an open mind, because you need to have an open mind. What I learned when I was 19 years old, hitchhiking through Africa, is that I realized that I had a lot to unlearn. I just dropped out of university, and I was hitchhiking from Cape Town to Cairo. I'd just been selling teddy bears to soldiers in Angola. Don't smoke, man. I started smoking when I was 30. Probably the worst decision I made in my life. Maybe the second worst. Probably getting married was the first one. Anyway, moving on. Being a rainbow warrior, why have I been so successful to evangelize the rainbow, to create these rainbow gatherings in countries that were very extremely difficult to put them on? And also remember one thing, as a believer in God, I used to get a lot of persecution from my so-called fellow rainbow brothers and sisters, because a lot of them don't believe in God. They hate God, and in fact will try to suppress you if you start talking about God, which is really crazy, because the rainbow is supposed to be an inclusive movement of everybody, and talking about you could be an atheist and you're welcome. You could be you could have 3 cocks on your head, on your forehead, boom, 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 and you could still be welcome, And even if you don't have a belly button, you're still welcome. So, why was I so successful? I'll tell you why. Because first of all, I have a gift with people, and actually with communication. And my people skills and my life skills are very good. So, and how did I learn those things? I was a very introverted person as a boy. At school I was bullied and etc., etc. But I was an intellectual. So I used to study a lot. I used to read a lot. And during my times off, I used to love to go out into the nature. I was a Sea Scout. I grew up in Cape Town, which is a beautiful city, up in the nature. And I always had this sort of feeling inside of me that I have to fight for justice. I have to fight for truth. And, that was really my mission in life. So, here I am, many, many years later, and the road has been long. But I think I developed my balls from a very early age. My first language was not English, it was actually Zulu, believe it or not. Listen to cafe music here. So, I'm going to keep this down to 10 minutes. So, what I want to say to you is that some people have a gift and other people develop the gift. So for me, growing up in South Africa with animals, I had this sort of a special gift with animals. And, I let snakes crawl on my arm, black mambas, which is probably the most dangerous snake in the world. I was playing with a black mamba when I was 3 years old. That's a true fact. I can't believe I'm still here. My dad jumped on its head actually and killed it. But anyway, moving on. Tell you many stories. Touching wild elephants in Kenya, touching wild gorillas in Rwanda. When maybe you've heard of Diane Fossey. She created this park in a place called Ruhengeri. And anyway, to cut a long story short, I came in touch with the rainbow in 1985 on a trip through America. I bought an old Rambler Nash, and I came to the first gathering I went to was in Missouri in 1985. And this woman came up to me and gave me a hug and said, "Welcome home." And I just got through the rigors of this cult called Scientology, and what a evil cult that is. And really, I met this hippie actually outside Santa Cruz, and he was hitchhiking, and I said to him, "Where are you going?" And he said to me, "I'm going to a rainbow gathering." And I told him my story, and he said, "Hey man, it sounds like you needed a lot of love. Why don't you come to a rainbow gathering?" So I said, "Yeah, why not?" And so we hitchhiked, and we jumped on freight trains, and I lost him somewhere along the way. But I got to the rainbow gathering, and I was astounded by, I thought it was the 60s all over again, free love and peace and stuff like that. But having grown up in an apartheid South Africa, I understood the essence of actually trying to fight for something that was bigger than myself and better than myself. And as a student on campus, I became politicized, and I realized that we need to fight against racism, fight against discrimination, and that's what I decided to do. And when I came in touch with the rainbow, I saw this as a way of actually bringing people together. And not to go through so many different stories over the years, I went to South America, I sailed across the Atlantic Ocean, I lived with different people in the Amazon, in African jungles, in India, China, you name it, I went there. Wherever there was, I was looking for truth. So it was also, and I developed my own specific truth, and but at the same time, I kind of like stayed connected to the Rainbow Gathering, the Rainbow family, and I just saw it as a kind of a human way of actually bringing people together, and reconciling their differences. And I've seen the miracles and the signs and the wonders of people when they come together and they hold hands. Doesn't matter where you come from, doesn't matter what you believe in. It's all about manifesting your reality in real time to your brother and sister who could be God, who could be Christ, who could be Buddha. So it's about sharing a heart, actually. And why the rainbow gatherings are so magical is because people are suddenly confronted with a mirror, and the mirror is the other person, mirrors that person. So what I will say is that being a rainbow warrior, it starts with a vision, and the vision for the rainbow warriors are, when the earth is sick and dying, there will come a new tribe. By their words and by their deeds, they will bring healing to the world. And when I met with Chief Arvel Looking Horse in Standing Rock, he said to me that it's not too late for the human race. We still have time. We can purify ourselves. But we have a lot of work to do, and the work is mostly social work. It's a human work, and we say, oh, it can't work like this because you can't have a system like this of capitalism. Non-capitalism doesn't work. That's not true. We work with a dynamic called collectivism in Rainbow. In other words, we use collectively the energy to manifest the things that we need for the family. It's not communism, it's not socialism, it's collectivism, which is based upon Jan Smuts' theory of holism. And if you look at how it developed, it was quite amazing. Part of it comes from Native American traditions and culture, and part of it has evolved through the people who have been at the gatherings and introduced new things. But like I said, this is my attempt to try to share my knowledge. And if you have any questions, if you have any comments, please leave them, and I'll try to answer your questions. But as I said to you, being a rainbow warrior, light worker, it is about leadership, about taking responsibility. We are all our own leaders. We are all our own gurus. We are all our own teachers. We are all our own masters. But also at the same time, sometimes we can actually see somebody who's mastered something, and we can learn from that person. In fact, we can learn from everybody. We can learn from a dog, we can learn from a bird, we can learn from a child, we can learn from everybody. So I don't believe in this guru system. I think it's an absolute nonsense. I think that we are all our own guru, and we all have the light of God within us, and we are the rainbow family of living light. So we carry the light with us wherever we go. It's not about how long your dreads are, or how colourful your clothes are, or what you eat or what you drink. No, it's about the state of your heart, the colour of your heart. It's really what's inside that counts, not what's outside. What's inside. So people will try to judge you, and they have tried to judge me and criticize me and persecute me. I've been called every name under the sun. I don't care, because I know what's inside of me, and the people that know me also know what's inside of me. So being a rainbow warrior is about breaking down and dismantling and disrupting the constructs of darkness, spiritual darkness that surround people, and really it's just a power politic. Really, it's just about putting people into subjection. So being a rainbow warrior is about freeing people, being self-empowering people, liberating souls, and that's what it's all about, freedom. So this is I've gone a little bit over my time, so take care, and like I said, if you have any other questions about being a rainbow warrior, feel free to contact me. You can also go onto our website called earthoceans.org. We are moving from the gathering to the community, so there's a lot of changes happening within the movement, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.